Hey everybody, welcome back to JOJ, and this is the very last one of the year.
Yeah, the last day, the last few hours of the year,
Yep.
all of it.
Yeah, it's all coming down to this. So we pretty cool that JOJ ended on New Year's Eve. So
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And also the title, Facing the Future.
Yeah.
and blank page next to it. I thought that's pretty fitting right here.
Yeah.
People think New Year's and starting over.
Yeah.
So
Right there you go.
new fresh start on this side.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The Bible verse is Jeremiah 33:3. Call to me and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things which you do not know. As the new year approaches, we may be tempted to speculate about what the future holds. Will there be challenges and trials, unexpected blessings and windfalls? Thinking about the future can seem like unraveling an intricate mystery plot. But the prophet Jeremiah assures us that God reveals exactly what we need to know. As we look to the new year, we may try to gain a sense of control over the unknown by planning, setting goals, or making resolutions. But most of us realize that the future really lies outside of our control. We can, however, trust God for what lies ahead. God sees everything that will happen, and He sees us as well. God, through Jeremiah, doesn't encourage us to try to set our course. God encourages us to call on Him as we face the future and to anticipate and answer. God has promised that He will be faithful. Be encouraged that He goes before you and follows close behind. His hands is lovingly directing your course. I do not know what the future holds, but I do know who holds the future. And that's George W. Truett on the quote. Okay.
Now the quote there at the bottom makes me think of the song. That life is worth the living just because he lives.
Oh, yeah.
That
I can face tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. That just makes me think of that song, of that hymnal. But yeah, with the new year coming tomorrow, here in just a few hours.
I kind of feel like the middle section's directed at me. We gain a sense of control over the unknown by planning, setting goals, or making resolutions.
Who does all three of those? That'd be you. Yeah.
All of us. And then it says, but most of us realize that the future really relies outside of our controls. Not all of, most of us realize.
Jennie does the first three: the planning, the setting goals, the making resolutions. I'm just like, man, it ain't.
We'll see what tomorrow is.
Let's wake up tomorrow and see what happens, and we'll try to figure it out from there. That is a pretty. Those two lines in that paragraph, I think, are both ends of the spectrum, and you got them both sitting right here. So,
but it's good to plan and set goals too.
Sure.
Like if you don't.
You gotta be adaptable.
We should just do a trial. I'm not going to plan anything for him and see how this goes.
Yeah, no, I hope you do some planning. We've already got, we've already got all our houses booked for where we're fishing all year, so that part of the planning's already took care of.
I'm going to cancel them all,
No,
and then you can figure them out.
No, I don't like that idea.
So he likes to get on to me for my planning, but my planning benefits you.
Yeah, some of it does.
Most of it.
Yeah.
Anywho.
But no, this has been is a great way to end the year here, I think. But yeah, we do, and that's at the end of the day, we do have to realize that God is ultimately in control.
Yes, and I think for me, I am easier to, I guess when it's more like trials or anything like that, like I'm not a real I'm trying to think of how I can say this. When things go crazy or like things are outside of our control, like I'm really good at being like, okay, like it is what it is.
Yeah.
God knows all, and
you don't fret over it. You don't go in the corner crying and throw yourself in a tizzy.
No, I think I'm pretty good at that part of it. I still like to plan, and you
like to be prepared.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
and then it's not going to just wreck your world if it doesn't go as planned.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit, depending on the situation. But
yeah, but for the most part.
Yes, but for the most part. And so I think it's, especially going into a new year, like just, there's so many things that 2024 is going to bring. I mean, it's a big year for probably most people. I mean, our economy, our country, like, all the things. When it's an election year, it's always
so much.
It's very volatile. There you go. There's the word.
That one.
And so I think we can easily spin out of control of worry and fear of what's to be.
Yeah.
But to remember that God knows. He goes before us, with us, and I missed something. There's 3.
Yeah. Omnipotent.
Before us, with us, and no, He's been with us.
In us, with us, upon us.
Thank you. What Jake said.
In us, with up.
Okay.
In us, with us, upon us.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Jake told us.
And then you messed up, and we're good.
Yeah, so there it is.
It's all good.
Yeah, so just look forward into the future. Absolutely. If you're going to make a plan, here's a plan to make, or set goals. Make plans to spend more time with Jesus. Set goals to read a certain part of the Bible. Like my goal, what I'm going for this year, not 2023, but in 2022, I did the chronological reading of the Bible, of the whole thing. My plan is for 24 to do a chronological reading of just the New Testament, so that way I'll hopefully be able to dive deeper into it, and really break that down. So that's a personal goal of mine, is to just read through the New Testament. But I really enjoyed that chronological reading everything in order of the way that it happened was a great way for me personally to understand it. So I'm going to do that of the New Testament for 2024.
Yeah. I don't know what my personal goals are, but I enjoyed the synopsis of what Ott read of the chronological order. We'll get it. So yeah, I hadn't at this point. I hadn't really thought about what I want my goal to be for this next year. But next year.
Yep.
We are going to do a live and kind of figure out exactly where we're going to go with JOJ and what we're going to do. If we're going to do another devotional. I feel like this was, for us, it was easy for us to read and kind of, go through it. So we'll all be surprised next year.
Tune in next year, and we will all know exactly what we're going to be doing with JOJ. But I think going through this Walking with God devotional worked well, and might be something similar to that.
Yeah, and we appreciate you keeping up with us and commenting, and when we meet you in person, like it's been great to see. We hope that something we have said has been impactful.
Yep, in a positive way.
If anything, we've made you laugh. We know that.
Yeah,
so.
No doubt about it. So, thanks for watching. Happy New Year, and we will see you
next
in
year.
2024.